that somebody's on there, so hopefully you guys can hear me okay. And we're going to get started, and whoever can't make it, I apologize for the technical difficulties. I don't know if it was because I was trying it on my phone or what, but hopefully you guys can hear me now. Let's see. Got it. Okay, good. Joni is back on, I guess, so awesome. All right, so welcome to chair yoga, lunchtime chair yoga, and this is just going to be quick, and it's just going to give you some tools you can use if you're working at home, or you can bring it when you start working, back at your regular job again, and you're sitting at your desk. These will be little things you can kind of keep tucked away in your pocket and pull them out if you're feeling like you need a stretch. They can help to kind of reset you and reground you, and there's, a lot going on, so let's just take a minute, find yourself comfortable in your seat, whatever chair you chose to use today, and you can sit back in the chair as long as your feet are firmly rooted and grounded on the floor. And then let your hands come onto your lap. They can be palms face down if you're feeling a little scattered and you need a little grounding energy. Lift up nice and tall through your spine, and then close down through your eyes. And then just begin to settle here, and just rest your awareness on your breath, just noticing, observing, allowing yourself to really sink in and arrive in your practice. Feel like you need that grounding energy and you want to turn your palms to face up, you can do that as well. And again, just settle in, sink in, let yourself relax into the chair, into the seat, your sits bones nice and grounded, your feet on the earth. So really pulling from that nice grounding energy, helping you to arrive in this present moment, letting go of whatever happened throughout your morning. And again, just following the breath, being right here for a few rounds. If you want to take a deep breath in through your nose and let it out with a big sigh, you can do that. That might feel really good. Use that exhale to help you soften, help you let go of any holding, any gripping, any tension you might be experiencing in your body. Relaxing any tension in your facial muscles, through your neck and shoulders, through your torso, through your legs and hips. Just let everything relax. Take one more deep inhale here, and exhale. On your next inhale, slowly lift your arms up to the sky, palms touch overhead, really stretch. On your exhale, draw your hands down to your heart. Prayer position, Anjali Mudra, your thumbs pressing into your sternum. And if you'd like, take a moment to set an intention for your practice, always keeping it positive and in the present moment, beginning with I am. I am peaceful. I am grounded. I am calm. I am safe. Whatever feels best to you. And then bow your forehead to your fingertips, connecting head to heart, sealing in that intention. And then when you're ready, slowly release the hands down, lift up through the crown of your head. You can let your eyes softly flutter open. Take another deep inhale, lifting your arms out to the sides and up overhead, lifting your chin and your gaze to look up as well. On your exhale, let your arms float back down to your sides and let your chin come down towards your chest. And we'll do that a few times. Inhale, lift the arms, lift the chin and your gaze. And then as you exhale, drop your chin down to your chest, arms float down by your sides. 2 more times. Big inhale. And exhale. Last big breath in. And let it all go. Slowly lift up through the crown of your head once again. From here, you may want to scoot forward on your chair so that your sits bones are still nice and supported, but you have a little bit of space on the back of your legs. Take an inhale, lift your arms up high. On your exhale, you're going to twist to the right. So you're going to come to the outside of that right leg or your right thigh, and then bring your right arm. Everyone's going to have a different chair, so find what works for you. I like to use the support of the back of the chair and take my right arm and rest it on top. So I'm getting a nice stretch through the front of that right shoulder into the right chest. As I lift up nice and tall through my spine, and then twist a little deeper. So your lower body is staying nice and square. This is an upper body twist. Feels really good on your shoulders and your chest, especially if you're hunched over, sitting at a desk, working on a computer. And then slowly release that. Both arms reach up tall. On your exhale, we'll take the twist in the opposite direction. So again, this time your right hand will come to the outside of your left leg. Your left arm will come back behind you, maybe resting on the back of the chair. And then breathe as you lift up tall through your spine, and then exhale, maybe twisting a little deeper. Feeling that nice stretch through the front of the left side of your chest, shoulder. And then slowly release, come back through center, both arms reach up tall. This time we're going to take that twist again, find what works for you. With the right arm, maybe resting again the same way that you did before. This time, take your left hand and either reach it across your body, maybe holding on to the back of the chair as well. You'll get a nice stretch through the back of that left shoulder. Or if that doesn't work with the chair you're sitting in, maybe you reach down and hold on to the bottom of the seat that you're sitting on. And that will give you a different area of the stretch that now that you're reaching down rather than across. So find what works for you with the chair you're sitting in as well as your body. We're moving to the places that feel good. Using that nice stretch, continue to return to the breath. And then slowly release that. Both arms reach up tall. We'll do that same stretch on the other side. That left arm might come to the back of the chair. Take your right hand, either reach it across your body to hold on to the back of the chair, or reach down to your seat, holding on to the bottom of the seat. And breathe. Close your eyes if that feels good. Space on the inhale, relaxing into it on the exhale. And then when you're ready, slowly release. Both arms reach up tall. On your exhale, bring your hands down to your knees. Again, you might want to scoot yourself forward just slightly. Maybe you separate your feet just a little bit more. We're going to come through a few seated cat-cows. So on your inhale, tilt forward on your sits bones. Lift up through your heart. Maybe your chin and gaze lift. And then on your exhale, holding onto your knees, just rock yourself back. Chin comes to your chest. And do this a couple of times. Deep inhale, lift the heart. And exhale, rounding through your spine. One more time, big inhale. And exhale. Coming back to a neutral spine, keeping your legs where they are, so a little bit farther than hips width distance. Take a big breath in, reach up tall. On your exhale, you're going to begin to hinge forward and let your hands come all the way down to the ground. So they might fall right between your feet. They might come out in front of you a little bit, depending on how much space you have in your hips. And find a little maybe movement, some rocking side to side. You can let your head and your neck hang heavy. Maybe shake your head yes and shake your head no. Letting go of any tension through the neck, any holding there. Feel that nice stretch through your back. And then slowly, if you have your arms reached out in front of you, just bring them back so that your hands are right between your feet. Keep your left hand planted, and you're going to kind of press that left elbow into the inside of your left calf muscle. Slowly inhale that right arm up to the sky. Nice twist. Maybe you circle your wrists a couple of times. Reversing directions when you're ready. Reaching up and back a little more, and then slowly release that right hand down. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Leave your right hand planted, that right elbow is pressing on the inside of your right calf, and inhale that left arm up. And again, if you want to circle your wrists, that can feel good. Reversing directions when you're ready. Reaching up and back a little more on the inhale. Exhale, slowly release the hand down. Slowly bring yourself back up to your position, lifting up tall through your torso. And we're going to come into a seated version of a warrior two. So you're going to take your right foot and point your toes so that they're facing towards the side wall. Reach your left leg back behind you. Your left toes are pointing straight ahead. So the heel of your right foot is in alignment with the arch or the heel of that back foot. And you'll wiggle around and find the position that works for you so that your right sits bones and that right hip is supported by your chair. So that left leg is nice and long, reaching back behind you. That right knee pointing straight over your right toes. And then when you're ready, you can bring your arms out to a T, and maybe your gaze turns to look over those right fingertips. So this is a nice supported warrior two. We'll take a breath here. And then when you're ready, turn that right palm to face up to the sky. Reach up and back. Let your left hand come down that back leg as you reach up and back, creating space all through your right side body. Maybe your gaze lifts up to the sky. Take another inhale here. And then on your exhale, come back through your warrior two just for a moment. And then you're going to bend that right elbow. Place it down on your right knee. That left arm can either come straight up to the sky. That left leg is still extending way back behind you. If you want to, turn your left palm so it's facing towards the side wall and begin to reach that arm up and over your ear. So we're coming into a supported side angle here. So there's a long line of energy from the outside of that left foot all the way up through your left fingertips. Feel that nice big stretch. And then slowly release. Come back through center in your warrior two and just release your hands down. Slowly bring your knees back in, and we'll set up to do the same thing on the other side. So that left is going to turn towards the side wall. You're going to scoot your hips so that that left hip and left sits bone is supported by the chair. Your right leg is going to extend out to the side with your toes pointing forward. The heel of the left foot is in alignment with the arch or the heel of that right foot. Arms can come up to a T when you find yourself in a comfortable position. Coming into that supported warrior two, looking over your left fingertips. Torso is nice and straight here. Strong legs. And then when you're ready, turn that left palm to face up. Reach up and back, letting your right hand fall down that back leg, giving yourself that nice side body stretch through the left side. Find the gaze that works for you. Continue to return to the breath. Slowly release, come back through center, arms out to a T, and then bend that left elbow, drop it down on your left knee. Your right arm can come straight up to the sky, or turn your palm to face towards the side wall, and let that arm reach up and over your ear. So you see that long line from the outside of your right foot all the way through your right fingertips. Foot presses away from you, fingertips reach. Nice deep stretch. Slowly release, come back through center, pausing in your warrior two, and then drop your hands down to your hips. Bring both legs forward once again. This time we're going to leave our knees nice and wide. Toes are pointing out at a slight angle, so it's like we're in this seated squat position. If our hips were lowered down, we'd be in a really wide squat. If we were standing, this is called goddess pose. So from here, just bring your hands to your knees. Take your press on the inside of your right knee and let that right shoulder drop down. You can feel that through your ribs on the right side, your mid-back, wherever you're feeling it. Perfect for your body. Slowly release, come out of that. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Take that left hand, press on the inside of that left knee. Let your left shoulder drop down. And then slowly release. From here, we'll just guide our knees back together, about hips width distance. And then one more thing before we wrap up. Right ankle, cross it over the left knee so you have that figure four shape with your legs. And you can stay here keeping that right foot flexed. You might be feeling this a lot in your right hip already. Lift up tall through your torso and feel free to stay right here, breathing into the sensation in your right hip. Or if you'd like to, begin to maybe fold forward just slightly. And breathe. Continue to connect with the breath. Slowly release, lift up through the torso. We'll uncross that right ankle and then do the same thing on the other side. Left ankle crosses over the left knee. Keep that left foot nice and flexed. You can hold on to the front of your knee to lift up tall and stay here. This might be enough sensation in that left hip. If you'd like to, slowly begin to fold forward. Always returning to the breath. Using your exhales to soften yourself into the pose even more. On your next inhale, slowly lift up. Once again, you can uncross that left ankle and then sit way forward on your chair, and you're just going to let your knees kind of sway side to side. From here, just walk your feet back together. You can scoot back in your chair once again so you're nice and fully supported here as long as your feet can touch the ground. Lift up tall through your spine. Let your hands either fall down in your lap, face down, or face up. And then close your eyes for another moment. Just to allow that energy you've just created in your practice to create that healing within the body, within the mind, within the spirit. Take a few more breaths. And then when you're ready, bringing hands to heart center in prayer position, just as we started our practice. Sealing in all this beautiful energy. The light in me honors and deeply bows to the light in each of you with so much love and gratitude for sharing your practice with me today. Namaste.